This is such a beautiful place. It's close to Bucharest. It's the first time I got over here. Lots of wineries behind me, and together with the wineries I've got the MT-09, the 2021 model, which is just behind me. It got revised for this year. It has a lot of new features and new looks. The most important thing is the engine, that it's Euro 5 right now. It produces 190 horsepower plus 50 cc together with the Euro 5. The engine sound, it's close to the same, but it reacts even better. You have a stock quick shifter up and down, you have LED lights everywhere, just like the previous model, but together with the electronics, you get the IMU, the 6-axis IMU, which gives you cornering ABS and traction control, adjustable traction control, engine brake, anti-wheelie, and lots of stuff which are very cool. This is an up-to-date MT-09, and Yamaha got it very well so far. I rode it on the highway, I rode it on the twisties, and I have to say the improvement is huge. The whole bike, Yamaha claims, is stiffer right now. The frame is revised. The weight dropped just a bit, but together with the weight drop we have lighter wheels, which are very helpful while carving into the twisties, because the bike reacts even better than before. I like it a lot, although it's a naked and I'm not used to riding nakeds, because I love some wind protection. You can add up also on this bike some wind protection, but first of all, it's very important that the bike is a lot more improved than the previous model. The biggest change when it comes to looks is the headlight. The new MT-09 has a different approach, a radical approach, considering the previous model that had also an LED. This one, it's a take it or leave it look, but it's even more close to the Ray of Darkness, to the Darkness Society of Japan. They made it more aggressive and more of a naked, as a street fighter or something, because it feels like a hooligan bike. This wide tank offers a good protection for the knees, but also it makes it look like a beast. Together with that, the coolest thing that I found today, it's that the exhaust is fitted underneath the engine. Compared to the previous model that had the exhaust, the muffler fitted on the right, this one it's underneath, and the sound, it's pretty cool. So let me start it for you guys so you can check the sound. This triple engine will always sound good in my opinion. I like it a lot. It's not as loud as the previous model, but yeah, it's cooler and it feels a bit more sportier. It feels quite easy to modulate because of the riding modes of the new electronics. You don't feel it that snatchy when you ride it on mode 1 or mode E like on the previous model. It's very friendly, it's not snatchy as I said before, but even though you feel something in the mid-range, you will get used to it, and you can compare it to a sports bike. It reacts just the same. So yeah, a lot more modular acceleration and throttle right now. It feels very good. I like it. It's just like a hooligan's bike. The quick shifter works absolutely magic. It's pretty nice developed, just like the one on the R1, on the Yamaha R1. I'm on riding mode 1 and I'm having a lot of fun. The engine, it's very powerful and it feels like a good kick when I roll the throttle. Oh, lefty, go! has a very nice roll when you roll the throttle to a maximum, so it's pretty nice to ride. I like it a lot. So this tab should be the preload adjuster, and you have the compression adjuster over here and even a rebound one. This is the orange shock that comes fitted on the SP version. It's a very nice to have feature, but together with this one you have the front end, which is a Kayaba fully adjustable and improved compared to the stock model. It's very nice to have it because you can go even on track. If you know how to adjust the bike, you can make it a canyon cover. It becomes very precise and it offers you a lot of confidence and a lot of feedback from the asphalt. So this is very nice to have. I remember riding the old MT-09 and having some issues also with the tracer, with the brakes. I kind of felt them not as beefy as I wanted them to be because the bikes were heavy, mostly the tracer, and the stopping power was there, but you had to squeeze the brake lever so hard in order to get the amount of stopping power that you needed. Right now the problem is solved, the brakes are improved. You have a lot of bite and it feels quite sporty when you ride it on twisties. Every time you want to hit the brakes, the bike will stop promptly. This is a very good job with this twin discs and the Yamaha calipers. Also, I've rode the bike close to 200 kilometers, and at some points while filming I had to turn the bike around on a usual road with the 2 lanes. It was pretty hard because this sport bike attitude, it's not allowing you to turn that much the handlebar, so the turning angle it's as maximum as this, which is not too offering when it comes to city use, but you can squeeze it in between lanes, in between cars. If you know how to ride a bike, it will be easy. The problem might occur when you want to do a U-turn, so till then everything should be good. Quite a pleasure to be in the traffic with the Naked because it's short, it's easy to squeeze it in between cars, and makes your life a lot easier than any other bike. The cars are pretty close one to another, but with the Naked I can flick it from a leg to another. It's easy to steer and easy to squeeze in between cars. At first sight the saddle might not seem as comfortable as you want it to be, but it's a huge improvement compared to the previous model. This one over here is the SP version with double stitching that looks a lot better and might last longer, as Yamaha says. After 300 kilometers I can ride another 100 or 2 because it was very good, actually pretty comfy. One of the most important aspects when it comes to a naked bike is the riding position. It should be relaxed and upright, like it is over here. It's an upright and relaxed position with a handlebar close to you. You have enough room for your legs. I'm pretty tall, 8 foot or so, 1.8 meters tall. This means my knees are pretty elongated and they come close to the gas tank, which offers a bit of wind protection, but when you speak about wind protection on a Naked, it's close to none. Actually, you can fit some windshield over here, a small one, which I think will change things a lot. But going back to the riding position, it's pretty easy to steer it. It's pretty fun to ride it on twisties, just because you can tuck in very easy. You can go from a side to another with less effort. I think for my taste the handlebar could have been just a bit wider so you could have more leverage, but other than that the riding position seems pretty nice. It's comfy, the foot pegs are just in the right position, and you can do trips of 300 or 400 kilometers easily. If you ever laid your hands on a Yamaha R1, you will know your way with the menu, because you have the scroll button over here, which you can enter the menu. You have the mode, the riding mode, which you can choose from here, and also the adjustments. So just by pressing the button you have the 3 riding modes and the manual, which you can set by yourself. Also change the traction control mode. 1 is the least intervention, 2 it's the one that kicks in a bit earlier, and the manual, it's the one that you can set up by yourself. So I wonder if I can go to the menu, and if you come over here I can show you some things. You have the settings, the traction control manual settings, the vehicle settings, shift indicator if you want to put the light that blinks, and any other things that you can do with the Yamaha, like change the units, the maintenance spot. Let's go in the vehicle settings. You have the brake control setting and the quick shifter setting. The brake control has 2 stages, 1 and 2. What else? The quick shifter, you can put it on or stop it for going up in the gears or going down. What's the exit button? The exit button, okay, over here. It's easy to work with it, but you have to read the manual first, because things are not as predictable as you wish them to be. The first improvement that I spotted is the throttle, because I kind of disliked the previous model because of the throttle. It was too snatchy. Right now the ride-by-wire throttle works magically. It's not snatchy anymore. You can get used to it even in the riding mode 1, which is the most aggressive. So yeah, things are pretty predictable, and this it's a huge improvement for Yamaha, because you can ride it very fast in the corners, and when you come back on the throttle you will exit the corner like a bullet. So this is pretty nice. Because it's a Yamaha and they usually make it a bit more aggressive, but right now they made it for any kind of user. To sum things up, things are going in the right direction with this MT-09. It's a more predictable bike, it's fun to ride, it has better suspension than the previous model, the riding position feels more comfortable, so everything goes into the right direction in my opinion. The first things that you will spot is that you can go very fast with this bike, and also you will like the technological improvements that Yamaha made for this model, like the relay that sits on the right of the bike. It's no longer underneath the bike, so it won't get any dirt on it. It can cool down very easy. Everything looks pretty clean. The saddle, it's a bit more comfortable, and the least problem that you have is that it will get some dirt on your back when you're riding on rain, because this mudboard over here, it's not offering too much protection. When it comes to things that I dislike, it's the turning angle, because it's a naked and you use it mostly in the city, or this is what I would do with this bike, and I would have wished for longer travel for the front wheel in order to get in between cars a bit more easier. Other than that, a larger handlebar and a windshield, and this bike might be a winner for everyday use. The price, let's talk about the price, because it's a very fair price for this package, and with the improvement that this Yamaha MT-09 SP has right now, you have to pay 10,690 euros here in Romania. So yeah, it's a fair price considering that you get premium suspension, fully adjustable, you get this seat, and you get a premium package of electronics. The throttle response is better, everything is more comfortable and more easier to ride. Let's put it like this, you get faster with this model. But if you want to go for the stock version, you will pay close to 10,000 euros, actually less, but I think you should go for this one, because it's a huge improvement with these suspensions. And yeah, if you can fit a larger windshield and maybe a larger handlebar, this bike will be a winner when it comes to everyday commuting. I liked it a lot, it's a fair package, and I can't wait to ride it some more on the twisties.